Hey, Trinity Anglican Church youth, families, and students, wanted to come at you with a quick video just to let you know what's going on this Sunday and what's upcoming. First and foremost, I'm really excited about this Sunday, in particular because Carla Aronson is going to be coming as a guest speaker. This Sunday, our youth group is going to be shifting series. We're doing our sermon series where we were talking about what we were talking about Sunday nights, what we were talking about Sunday mornings, but in a way that was more appropriate for our teenagers. But for the next handful of weeks, we're going to be doing a series on sacred stories, how the Holy Spirit is continuing to move in and is through his people today. And so Carla is going to share what God has done in and through her life, share part of her testimony, share what God has done through her as she was on mission in Africa. And if you know Carla, or if you had the opportunity to speak with Carla, you know that she is a wealth of wisdom, and it is just so important for our teenagers to hear from her specifically. And then she's going to be encouraging our teenagers that they all have a testimony that's worth hearing and worth sharing, and is going to be walking through the teenagers just a simple way of putting together their own testimonies. So really looking forward to that. Please send your teenager this week. Because this is one of those things that, man, they just don't want to miss. And for the next several weeks, we're going to have people coming from outside of the youth group and sharing sacred stories, what the Holy Spirit has done in and through their lives. So I'm really looking forward to the next handful of weeks. Now, that being said, some other things are upcoming. Tomorrow is our Prom Progressive. Now, that is closed at this point, so we're not taking any more registrations. But do know that is still happening tomorrow night for your teenagers who are registered. And you should have received information already about that event. But a couple other things, want you to just mark your calendars. These are a little bit more forward-looking. First is that Trinity's Advent Party this year is on Sunday, December 21st from 4 to 6 p.m. The reason I want you parents to mark your calendars and mark your calendars for your teenagers is because this year, our teenagers are going to play an important role, and so I want as many of them as to be there as possible because they are going to play a role in blessing the children and family of our church. And more details to come on that soon, but just try and mark down your calendar so you can be there and so your teenagers can be there to serve and love our church. The second thing is a little bit more forward-looking, which is Winter Retreat for 2026. The dates for that are February 13th through the 16th. Now that's President's Day weekend. We're going to be leaving on a Friday night and heading back on Monday. So mark your calendars for that, for one of the most fun weekends of the year. Now, as we go into the Sacred Stories series, the question that I'm going to be presenting to each of you as parents for the next 5 weeks are questions that are inviting you to reflect on your own faith story, and then encouraging you to share that with your teenagers. And so this first week, just a real simple question, but when did you first begin to sense that Jesus was real and personally involved in your life? And then share with your teenagers one moment when you knew God was drawing you to himself. Wow, with that, looking forward to being with your teenagers who are signed up for Prom Progressive tomorrow. And for the rest of you, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday as we hear from Carla. Thanks. Bye.